When people gather to express their views, especially in public spaces, there are often rules about when, where, and how these gatherings can happen. Have you ever wondered what makes those rules legally sound under the Constitution, or when they might be considered an infringement on free speech? Courts evaluate restrictions on protest time, place, and manner by applying a specific legal test derived from the First Amendment. For such a restriction to be considered constitutional, it must meet four key criteria. It must be content neutral, it must be narrowly tailored, it must serve a significant government interest, and it must leave open ample alternative channels for communication. This legal framework is crucial because it balances the fundamental right to free speech with the government's legitimate need to maintain public order and safety. The primary mechanism at play is the protection of speech regardless of its message. A restriction is content neutral if it applies to all speech equally, without favoring or disfavoring any particular viewpoint. This means a rule limiting noise levels in a residential area, for example, would apply whether the protest is about environmental policy or a local school issue. This neutrality prevents the government from suppressing ideas it dislikes while allowing those it favors. Furthermore, a restriction must be narrowly tailored, meaning it should not burden more speech than necessary to achieve the government's stated goal. It should be precise and directly address the problem without sweeping too broadly. The government's objective, known as a significant government interest, might include things like ensuring public safety, managing traffic flow, protecting residential privacy, or preserving environmental resources. Finally, even with these safeguards, there must always remain sufficient alternative means for people to communicate their message. This ensures that while one specific time or location might be restricted, the overall ability to speak out is not eliminated. This four-part standard, often simply referred to as the time, place, and manner test, ensures that speech restrictions are implemented with precision and fairness, rather than as tools for censorship. An example of a successful application might be a city ordinance requiring permits for large gatherings in a park to manage crowd size and cleanup, as long as permits are granted without regard to the group's message. Conversely, a rule banning all signs with political messages on a public sidewalk would almost certainly fail the content neutrality test. Understanding these criteria offers a clearer picture of how constitutional protections for free speech are upheld, even when public expression intersects with the practicalities of community life. By ensuring restrictions are neutral, minimal, purposeful, and non-prohibitive, courts aim to safeguard the marketplace of ideas, allowing voices to be heard without unduly disrupting the broader public good.